Tim Sullivan, I think, actually instinct, but
It's hard.
deep dive.
We play that game late time in your mind.
I only was able to get through the first quarter so far. I had a busy day, but
Austin, I like them both. Was talking to that him kind of giving me up going into regulation. I'm like, dude, second or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
either.
even said it. I said, you really just take an email, run the clock.
Right.
out.
right,
You forget
yeah.
it.
If you don't incomplete pass, then you score results more time.
Start catching.
Yeah, but one more sack, he fucking knows this is their own 45 on completion.
He's on the
Go ahead.
Any update on Dak?
Yeah, Dak's towards ACL, so he'll be done for the year. Heartbroken for him. You know, we've moved him around, played him in a lot of different spots. All he's ever done is put his head down and worked, and taken whatever coaching and tried to make the most of every opportunity, and was showing a tremendous amount of growth at that corner spot. Played nickel for us yesterday. Just, you know, you hate it for him. I know he'll bounce back from it. You know, I think his brother's been through similar injuries before, and so I know he's got a good support system, but just hate it for him because of what he's shown on the field and just the way he carries himself and the way he'd gone about his business, and awful for him.
What you've seen from him so far this year before the injury give you signs that he can be a long-term outside player?
Absolutely. Really optimistic with him, you know, and you know, just saw a really high ceiling there with Dax, and he was willing to reach it, you know, with the work he could put in and all the things he could do, and so again, just terrible for him, but no, he's made the right stuff and he'll rebound the right way.
What did you think of DJ Turner's game yesterday, and can you talk about the development that you've seen from Josh Newton?
Yeah, I think DJ is coming along as well. You know, he's earned opportunity, and you know, like all of our guys, there's going to be plays where you can be better, but DJ again has attacked it the right way and continues to improve. I think Fig's the same way. You know, we've got a lot of belief in him. He's a rookie. He's eager to do it. You know, so again, there's going to be opportunities there that continue to present themselves for guys, and we expect them to answer the bell.
Zach, what was your message to the team about kind of just moving forward with this?
Yeah, that we're 5 games into the season, and so I know what the noise is. We're 1-4, and so we're accountable for all that. You know, it's not good enough. We have too much talent on this team to be in the position we found ourselves in right now. But all we can do focusing forward is how do we beat the New York Giants? How do we have a great week? How do we get back on the winning track? You know, you just look around the AFC, and there's plenty of opportunity there moving forward, and we just need to take advantage of it. We need to be the best version of ourselves, which we have not been yet. You know, we've lost on a walk-off field goal now twice, and so we have to do more to take advantage of those opportunities, and I got to put us in a better position. You know, really, you look at it, there's a lot of talent on the team, and as the coach, you got to find ways to maximize that and make sure we're working off with wins, and I haven't done a good enough job of that.
Joe Burrow said yesterday that something needs to change, and he was pretty honest, saying you guys aren't a championship caliber team now. What are you planning on changing, if so?
Well, we're 1-4, you know, so again, it hasn't been good enough in any area, and we have to finish games. You know, it's wholesale changes. I'm sure that's what people want. We've lost 1-score games on the last play of the game, and there's a lot of areas we can improve in all 3 phases to finish those games off. So again, we'll continue to monitor everything and make the decisions we think are best to put us going forward. We're honest with ourselves. We're accountable for everything, and just got to find a way to win. And I feel like this team is still going in the right direction. Still plenty of opportunity in front of us, and we just got to refocus this week and find a way to get a win.
Can you put your finger on why the defense maybe hasn't been as productive as y'all might have hoped entering the season?
Yesterday is a tough one because there was a lot of really good stuff, and then there was some stuff that wasn't nearly good enough. And part of it you can attribute to their quarterback extending some plays. And so sometimes things were really, really good. And versus most teams and most quarterbacks, it would be good enough to end the play. and he found ways to find 2 touchdowns in particular on plays that normally would be over. And so again, we know what we sign up for when you play that offense, and the length of the plays and how you got to finish plays. And so a lot of times it comes down to finishing. A lot of times it just means playing without hesitation. In some moments where maybe there's just a half second of hesitation, in a game like that, you can't have any. And so close enough isn't good enough. We got to be able to finish those plays when we get them.
As you went back through the last drive, you guys had an overtime. Were you fine with the run calls?
I'm very reflective on things I can improve on. At the end of the day, the decision for me is we are in comfortable enough field goal range for Evan, and I don't want to do anything to disrupt that. And again, I'm accountable. I know that there's probably a lot of different opinions on how that could go, but at the end of the day, that's where it sits with me. Is you don't want to take any sort of negative play. Sometimes it can be a penalty. Sometimes it can be something getting disruptive on the play. And when I trust our kicker in that position to finish the game for us like he has countless times, and I'm not putting the way that kick went on him by any means, but again, in every situation is a little bit different. We've been in those situations before. We've been aggressive and thrown the ball and tried to close out games that way, and yesterday I felt that's where it went. But again, always think about it a million times. What would I have done differently? And I'm comfortable with where it ended.
How much do you counter that, Zach, in your own mind with the fact that Joe Burrow is your best player and you want the ball in his hands?
Yeah, and there's some things he can't control that can come up in those situations as well. And we were in 4-minute last week. We got a penalty that knocked us back 10 yards. And so, again, sometimes you're just, at the end of the day, I know we can make that kick, and we're going to try to get as many yards as we can moving forward in the run game. And it didn't work in our favor.
You said it a few times today so far, it's not good enough. But when you look at defense, and I know you spend most of your time with the offense during the week and the game plan, but
Yep.
how can you help the defense play better?
Just I give my opinions from an offense perspective. I meet with these players as much as I can, each one of them, to give my opinion on from that side of the ball and from the head coaching's perspective. And I just, with the defense, any questions they have for me, anything I can help them with, I do that. When you have majored your whole life in one side of the ball, you don't go out there and say, I want all this differently. That's just not the way it works. And but I'm in there with those coaches. I meet with those players. I make sure we're doing everything we can to get better in all 3 phases, and defense is a big part of that.
How would you evaluate the safety plays so far? You and Lou evaluate the safety play.
I think it's better just to talk wholesale in that I don't think there's been an area so far we're good enough in. And so everything has to improve. Everything plays off of each other, So again, there's things that can happen all around it to make that play better. And I think at the end of the day, we just the whole side of each ball has got to be accountable for everything that happens.
How are you balancing? I know I asked this yesterday, but balancing playing Vaughn versus playing Jordan, who got in for a bit.
Yeah, we're trying to do everything we can to win the game, and there's nothing off the table with any human in this building to try to do that. And so again, it's always just making sure we're doing everything for the right reasons. Any adjustment we make, any call we make, is this for the right reasons? And that's always what we weigh.
When you hear, you're talking about you would go back and do the overtime sequence any differently, y'all got the ball back.
Yeah.
When Jamar and T maybe voice their opinions on how maybe they would, how do you kind of intake that as a coach and process that?
It's